And our second presentation tonight is from Ivoš Gajdorus, who will talk about quite an interesting project which I have had on my watch for quite a while. It all started as a project around maps, but in the end they have learned that it's actually more about communities. So a journey from custom map project towards a community project around maps or social network with maps in front. That's the topic. And he said he's also maybe looking for somebody to join his team, if it's still valid. Yes. So, but I will let him introduce Mapotic, which is the project in question. You can actually see right behind us. So thank you very much, Tomáš, once again, and Ivoš, it's yours.
Thanks for the introduction, Adam. Hello, everyone. So I'll tell you a little about our startup. I need to tell that I'm from Coex company, which is a software digital agency. And this project has quite a long history. Now we spin off into a standalone company, and I'm fully dedicated to this one. So I'll start with some little, with some little video. You've probably seen one of those. Oh, we've got music also. So this is about, I think, 2011, when we were thinking about where to go to swim in Prague. And after some time of thinking, we found out that we don't want to spend time in like swimming pools or like the places in the city. And we created a shared map with places like this. I expect that maybe most of people sitting here would prefer this place than the other one. With this, we actually created a shared Google Map at the beginning. Then we moved to mobile application. And then in a couple of years, without any marketing or any promotion, it has about 60,000 downloads. That doesn't mean active users, but a lot of people are just interested in this specific topic, like where to go to swim. Maybe some of you know it, kde se koupat in Czech or swim places. As time went, we created a couple of similar projects. It was more like for NGO segment or like free time and no like any business plans with that. Some of them was for NGOs helping people even now, like others are farmers making lists of biofarms and mosaic map barrier mapping barrier-free places in Czech Republic. And we were getting inquiries to create other maps. So one time, I think 2015 or 16, we decided that this could be a platform which will be a little different than Google Maps or Google My Maps and the other like mapping platform, either from geo information systems or, at the other hand, easy to use mapping platforms, which is just not what we wanted to see there, like some better working with the content, some structure filtering and stuff like this. The output of Sim Places, this is the old application from 2012, I think. But the very important thing is that people were, after central time, we added like first maybe 100, 150 places, and the rest is from the crowd. Again, without no marketing, viral spreading on social networks and stuff like that. So this showed us that there is some potential in mapping and crowdsourcing and in mapping specific things. We didn't want to create OpenStreetMaps or Google Maps, which are like huge mapping platforms. Our intention was much more to create to let people create separated maps about their hobbies, about what they love or what they hate, and map it, and maybe ask their friends and same like-minded people to join them and help with that. So in 2017 we had the first version of the online platform for creating maps, and in that time we were more software for creating maps. We felt that because most of us were software guys and programmers and stuff like that. We thought that this is the way how to promote it and how to market it. Of course, we are looking for not looking, but we had a business model based on premium features in the map to sell. Now we had also a couple of customers buying those premium features. One of those is, for example, if you want to create a map on Mapotic, you can. It's for free. It's freemium model. But if you want to have your own mobile application, or if you want to have the map branded, that's the actually premium feature. There is a couple of more. Okay, you can see it later. So in 2017 we launched the platform, and in a couple of months this happened actually. Of course, we at the beginning created a few maps too, because it's our passion and we like it. But most of the maps you see here are created by people, and the topics are pretty different, pretty wild, what people can map. So we've seen, or this was an approval, that there is a potential, and still if there are some other platforms on the market, the features and the stuff we're adding here, they have value for people, and also we've seen that people just like creating maps and having fun with that. These are just a few pictures just to show you, maybe if you know Google Maps or Google My Maps, you know how to edit content there. We taken a little different approach. There is full back office for managing the categories, attributes in places, stuff like this. But still, even for not IT people, it's quite easy to use. There are some presets and stuff. You don't need to do much, and the map is created in a few minutes, in fact. These are just some settings to show you that the map owners can switch on, switch off, like the crowdsourcing to let others to add people to add places in their map. Or there is much more setting, like for example, if someone adds the place to crowdsourcing map, if they should be able to edit it themselves, or it's approved and confirmed by the administrator or owner of the map, and so on. There's a couple of more screens from the backend. Of course, each map can get some followers, and this is the list of followers on one of pretty nice working map. And this is actually a few weeks old screenshot of the premium features you can buy in the backend if you are a map owner. Here's a couple of examples. It's better than showing you just presentation. Let's have a look on some real maps. Actually, sorry, give me a second. Maybe show one or two more. This one is, for example, interesting. So the first one I wanted to show you, it's an organization called Kokoza and their project Mapko. They mapping compost gardens, green spaces in Prague. They are a couple of years on the market. Like in NGOs, they created a lot of, for example, green blocks in Prague, and they're putting together people with some ideas about how to improve the life in the city and so on. And there is also a lot of people having compost and vermicomposters in their home, and actually owners of earthworms. And this map is, you see that there is 500 places. Most of the places are actually not just a place, but these are the people where they live, because they want to exchange things. When the speaker before me was describing the admin groups, I'm sure that for this could be a Facebook group, but for most of the people here, it's more important to know where actually those other people are. And furthermore, in the Facebook group and other social media, the contents usually, as the time goes, it disappears in the history. So in the cases that the location or mapping is important, this kind of tool is handy. And you see, a few weeks ago we just deployed the wall, or we call this map feed. So you see what's happening, and the activity is not bad on this map. Not so many like people involved, like members involved, but still, like every day, people are adding places, exchanging information, and so on. Another example, totally different, I wanted to show you, is this map. Actually, this is a very nice story of a guy who making a walks for families in Prague, and he is very focused and oriented about Czech history, and also knows a lot about Saint of Jan from Nepomuk. And this maps actually helps to engage his community and the people who attended his walks and who are staying in touch with him. Basically, the places in this map are the locations where people discovered the statue of the Saint of Nepomuk. If I go back to homepage, you see that there is like 2,200 places, and people are adding new ones every day. So for like community engagement and staying in touch, and of course each place can have comments, rating, and so on. Again, something they're using like another tool for like organizing themselves and showing also their activities. There is a couple of more projects from very different spectra of human activities. You can actually have a look on Mapotic and browse through, I think, more than 1,500 maps created in the year. This one is just very like socially beneficial. We created a few years ago. We'll be migrating soon to Mapotic. It's mosaicmap.org. Again, there is a huge .cz. There is a huge organization, wheelmap.org. They mapping barrier-free places around the world. But the problem is that the laws in each country and deeper specification what is barrier-free place is different from state to state. So this community, like the local one, has better added value than the global project. You can see in this map here that they actually using more attributes. They can filter based on the attributes, like what are the places they should go. There is also some monetization potential for the map owners. You see that these found actually Škoda Auto to sponsor them, and the barrier-free locations of Škoda Auto are displayed in the map too. So that's pretty nice connection of mapping places and CSR or promoting some sponsor and so on. Okay, back to the presentation. Give me a second. So these are the maps I showed you. There's a couple of more. This was quite funny topic at the beginning, but this organization is mapping public toilets around the Czech Republic, and now also not just in Czech Republic. It was funny at the beginning, but in fact the organization is helping so-called IBD patients, who are people having like stomach diseases and problems with intestines and stuff like that. So for a lot of people, it's quite important if they don't go to the city to know where they have the public toilets. And also we found out that segments we didn't expect are joining it too, like drivers or pregnant women and so on. Another map another use case is this map of Adam Ondra, famous Czech climber. The map is displaying the places around the world when he climbed or when he created some records and so on. And again, for the marketing team of Adam, it's a pretty nice tool how to engage with their community and let them, for example, challenge the places he climbed and so on. it's depending like or the idea, the sky's the limit. What you can do with if it's mappable or if it's location based, you are really open to do anything. As time went, now we are in 2018, and we realized that the mapping is not just about the places, but there are more important things, and that are actually the people and the relations. So that's why actually I talked to Adam and why I'm here on this event, because as we realized that it's about interaction between people. Usually there is someone having some idea or some passion for something, and he wants to get other people to his idea or help him to fulfill some goal or some mission. It could be like individual maps or community maps, but there are also quite big organizations having some mission which can be fulfilled actually, or the map could be helpful to fulfilling their mission. So mission and communities, we realized, are more important than the places on the map. This is just another quote about the same thing. So we were thinking a lot about why we're doing it, and before we actually split the company from the digital agency we were working for before, we found a very nice book. Probably some of you know Simon Sinek, Start With Why. And we spent a couple of weeks asking us why we're doing it and what we want to achieve and what's the driving force like underlying all we're doing. And we came up with this quote, like the maps and the things people are sharing in the platform can like usually enrich or can show someone something new. And this is all about if people are more like informed and they know more, they should be making better decisions and so on. So if we really generalized what we're doing, it's not just about mapping, but we want to really give our piece to society and to humankind to be a little better. So that's the highest level. Few more slides. From June, because we want to go like to global market from Czech Republic. So from June we talked to 1,000 companies. We've got 2 people now, like external sales representative in Ireland and Spain. We made a lot of interviews. We're talking and asking what actually the community leaders want and what are their challenges and so on. So this is a little similar to the Facebook admins and the communities. I think the people are totally same, and also those 2 systems can be somehow combined, like Facebook group and the map are 2 supplementary things. We also created a couple of case studies, and we get together, collected a lot of feedback from communities. So that's now material and stuff we want to publish and give back to communities, what's working, what not, and of course, what are the best maps and what's important to make the map like living, not just the statical visual of pins in the map, but use it really for people meeting each other or getting to know where the things are and interacting on the map. These are a few pictures from what we're developing now. This is partially actually there. It's important that most of the maps before were just the full screen maps on a mobile or desktop. Recently we added that map feed. It's a little similar to Facebook or LinkedIn feeds that people can also add to the topic, even though if it's not location specific information, but the map is interesting for them, they can add things on the wall of the map. There will be something like global search. That means that if you are in some map, usually people are members of more communities, not just the one. So if you find out one map or you are contributing to that, this is the way how you can easily switch to other maps or become a member of other communities and help to fulfill their mission, for example. And this is also something on our roadmap. Now we are in the detail of the place. And we want to create here something like location feed. That doesn't mean map feed with all the activities from the map, but this is all the activities from the place. So again, there start to be a little, or possibly you're seeing a little bit bigger difference from typical maps. This is like more social, and in fact, it's creating a history what was happening in the place. By the way, we've got there now about 60 or 70,000 locations crowdsourced on the platform. And the data set would be quite interesting, probably because these are usually original or specific information which are really inserted by people. So if we succeed to go like globally, it might be quite interesting to play with the data and mix the histories of places, because it's also about that one place can be in multiple maps with total different contexts. One more. This is something we'll be deploying in 2 weeks, and that's actually the aggregation of all maps you are interacting with or you are watching on in like recently. This is again something like your own wall or feed, but Mapotic will be helping you to aggregate it together. And if you are a map owner or if you followed some places, you will see every time you log in what's happening in the maps you like or you followed. And that's all from my side. Thank you. If you want to get in touch with us, here is the contact info. And as Adam said, we're looking for some help, support. That's not probably for this audience, but social media specialist, campaigns, copywriting. If you like the project, don't hesitate to come to us. You can find everything on mapotic.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivoš, for coming. If we have any questions about map communities, straight away. Maybe I would have one. And the thing is, do you feel any big difference between Czech Republic and trying to lure the worldwide audience? How going global? This is like, you know, typical startup struggle. How to scale when you go abroad? Is it easy or it's different, or how does it work when it comes to maps?
Thank you. That's a very good and up-to-date question, because now after 2 or 3 months of researching and investigating in communities, this is what we're solving. We've got there a couple of pretty nice big communities we are talking to. One of them is Plastic Pollution Coalition. You may know that one. These are guys like helping to clean oceans and stuff like that. And the thing with communities, not only the big ones, but the small ones, are that if you start talking about maps, they usually imagine the static map, the maps with the pins, and the social aspect and the dynamic we bring in them. There is like not sometimes easy to explain them. So now we're working with a couple of them to create the showcases. In Czech Republic, when we started, we had there Kde koupat and other like successful projects. So maybe this was actually the difference, that it was easier to showcase it. But also we're thinking that it's possible that with the Czech market and Mapy.cz and a couple of other mapping startups like about the weather, Vent2Sky and Windy Maps and some other, like the Czech Republic and the people here are like a little more maybe sophisticated in mapping and systems. And we've got Seznam here and Mapy.cz, a lot of people like, you know, tourist maps and stuff like this. So this is something we're still discovering. There could be difference, but basically we're saying that the social maps or the social map networks potentially we're building, it's something that what people cannot easily imagine, and we need to like show it to them. Like it's same like with that Ford saying like about the horse and car. So yeah, like this.